Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the fourth part in episode 3 here in Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney. Well, we're going into the trial here for Will Powers.
Yeah, last time we traded trading cards with a kid and a young girl, and we kind of got off on a cliffhanger on whether other people perceive a possessed Maya as Mia or Maya, and it really seems like Maya physically changes when she's possessed by her dead older sister.
Yeah.
But that's irrelevant. What's relevant is Will Powers' innocence or guilt.
And that chest hair.
Mr. Wright, I've got
Yes.
why do you look so unhappy?
Oh, nothing. Really, it's nothing. Right, Mia?
Oh, she's still hanging around.
Uh-oh, she looks even unhappier. Phoenix, your client is now practically a dead man walking. Perhaps that's why I feel particularly close to him. There's no time for dead people jokes,
no.
please. You know we're going into this trial utterly defenseless. Yet if Mr. Powers is truly innocent, we should be able to find something overlooked in evidence to prove it. Something overlooked? We have to find something, Phoenix, today. It's that or lose the trial. This isn't going to be easy.
Okay. Will Powers gets executed, and Maya channels him, and becomes a chest-haired big man with feminine attributes. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers.
The prosecution is ready, Your Honor.
The defense is ready, Your Honor.
The defense isn't ready. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth. Your opening statement, please.
An unexpected fact has come to the attention of the court. Yesterday, we learned that there were other people present at the studios. Today, I would like to show evidence proving they had nothing to do with the murder.
Very well. You may call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth.
I wonder if it'll be that producer.
The prosecution calls salmonella to the stand.
Or that director.
Will the witness state his name and profession? How rude. Can't you get? You don't know me? I'm the director. I make Steel Samurai Noob, Raffle. Salmonella. I'm a director. Television.
Were you at local studios on the day of the murder?
Yes, Your Honor.
Very well. Please testify to the court about the evidence of that day.
Phoenix. Let's start by picking this testimony apart. If Powers is innocent, you know what that means. Someone in the trailer on that day did it. Right. She doesn't waste any time putting on the pressure.
Your Honor, someone in this courtroom is a murderer.
I was at the studios around 9 that morning. During the morning, I was doing an action scene run-through. I took a lot more time than I thought I would.
Okay, that seems important.
I hear that everyone else ate lunch at the employee area. But I had a meeting in Studio 2 trailer, so I ended up skipping lunch. We were in the meeting until around 4. During the meeting, well, I'm pretty sure no one left their chairs. That's about it.
Okay, so, the time of Mr. Hammer's death was 2:30 p.m. on October 24th, if you'd like to know. Mr. Wright, you may begin cross-examination.
Well, the picture was taken at 2. I remember that.
Yeah.
And the monkey stopped at
2:15.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so we need to press just about everything here just to see what we can find. Let's go ahead and press him on that, just for the moment.
Is that when you always come into work?
Oh no. I come in all sorts of hours. That's the industry way.
Yeah, I know all about the freaks in your industry.
Still, for what it's worth, I was pretty busy all that day.
Okay. That would establish that he saw the injury.
Yeah.
Why did it go on so long?
I'm pretty sure you've already heard about this. but WP twists his ankle through the run-through, see?
Oh, right. That's the one.
Which, of course, led to me missing my lunch, ROFS.
I don't know that acronym.
I don't know it either.
Rolling on the floor, starving.
Yes.
He didn't know it either.
Yeah.
Oh, can we press him on that? We do know a lot about steak at this point.
What exactly did they have for lunch?
T-bone steak. The assistant cooked some up.
Come to think of it, there was a plate with some empty bones.
in the employee.
Everyone else, meaning the witness, did not eat with him. Let's press him about this. Like, how did he know what the lunch was if he skipped lunch?
Yeah.
So in the end, you didn't get to eat.
Yeah, no steak at least. Can you believe it?
That must have been some tough steak.
Phoenix. Yeah? Doesn't something about that seem odd to you?
Contradictory.
Yeah, it does seem odd now that you mention it. Mr. Manella.
What'd you want?
When I went to Studio 2, I saw something on the table there. There were two plates of some kind There were two plates, the same kind of plates as the one in the employee area. Who ate lunch there?
Nowhere. Good call. I was embarrassed, so I didn't mention. But I did eat, after all.
A T-bone steak, you mean?
Yeah, well, I mean, the assistant went through all that trouble. I brought it to the trailer thinking I could eat it later.
Clearly a man who likes to eat. I suspected as much. So, when exactly did you eat it?
We took one break during that meeting. I wolfed it down.
A mental image I will carry with me to my grave. Wait a second. If they took a break in that meeting that contradicts his testimony, I'll press him on that a bit more.
Yeah.
What were you discussing?
Murder. The Steel Samurai story and our budget.
Ah.
And get this, the sponsors turn to me and say, Mr. Manella, those scripts of yours are not appropriate for children. Can you believe it?
Actually, I kind of can. So, nobody left the table during the whole meeting.
We just established that's not the case.
That one.
You didn't take a single break?
Well, yeah, not a
You
one.
just said you took a break to eat a steak. Press harder.
Wait a second. Mr. Manella, you've just contradicted yourself. Didn't you just tell the court that you ate that T-bone steak during a break?
Oops. ROFL.
Well,
Mr. Manella, what's this all about?
What? Well, yeah, I guess we did take a little break.
Phoenix, great job. If they took a break, one of them could have gone to the studio during that time. Your Honor, I call on the witness to testify to the court about this break.
Very well. Mr. Manella, your testimony, please.
Oh, Edgeworth is laughing.
Yeah, for what it's worth, I took a break. But it was only 15 minutes. 15! That's only 13 in base 12. Not enough time for someone to say, commit murder in Studio 1. Lol. That's only just enough time to eat a T-bone steak, if you ask me.
That's just enough time for him to go over and push that monkey head over.
Yeah.
He could have done that, yeah. With his strength. I don't think it would be even enough time for that. But that's just me. Very well. You may begin your cross-examination.
Let's press him on that one.
It's not 13 in base 12.
What were you doing for those 15 minutes?
Eating my T-bone steak. What else?
There were two plates on the
Yeah.
table.
Oh, right. The other one was Divas. Sorry. D. Vasquez plate.
D. Vasquez, the producer.
To eat a T-bone steak in 15 minutes, that's quite a feat. Yeah, let's do that.
Supposition, Your Honor.
Why is that?
That's only enough time for me to T-bone steak, if you ask me.
You didn't finish the bones.
I have to say, you look like a guy who gets through meals pretty fast.
Well, I was facing a cold, slightly chewy T-bone steak. Even I have to take my time when eating that kind of food.
Well, Phoenix, that testimony was too short to wring any kind of useful information out of. All you have to do is prove that he was able to go to Studio One in that time. Oh, great. Is that all? We already pressed that.
And that one. And that one.
That's
So,
the last one.
what do we have to present as evidence here? Like the head that said there were only 15 minutes to walk by?
What about the sleeping pills? It's possible that someone could have drugged Will Powers while he was eating, but the director ate separately.
Oh, I didn't mean to hit L.
We need to accuse D. Vasquez, I think.
I kind of want to present this. Your Honor, that statement contradicts this evidence.
Does it? It does? I don't see anything contradictory. Objection overruled. Okay, only 15 minutes.
Did we never did the first one. Let's press him on the first one, right?
Yeah. What time?
I'd say around 2:30 or so until 2:45.
Oh, that contradicts.
Yeah.
That's the time of this. So we could have gone to Studio One to killed Hammer and come back. I guess it's possible time-wise. Well, no, that's not possible.
The monkey.
The monkey.
It was possible to kill him because he didn't actually die in Studio One. But yeah.
We can't prove that at this point, unfortunately. We don't have... We actually haven't investigated the scrapbook given to us by the kid.
That's true.
We don't know what pictures he's taken.
We should present that.
I can't hit
These
A.
photos... Well, okay, never mind. We do know the kid is going to be testifying at some point.
How did they... I don't know.
I guess the time of death would allow us to say...
Can we
that
press him on the time of that thing? Did that dialogue come up for us to press him on?
This?
When he said the break was from 2:30 to 2:45.
Maybe 2:45 does line up with that.
We don't have that in his testimony.
Okay. We took a break.
We pressed him there. We pressed him on this.
So
We've pressed him there. And we've pressed him there. So we've got to present evidence somewhere.
Well, can we try pressing him on the one that said not enough time for a murder? Since we just learned that it was the exact time of the murder.
We could also we could present. What is? Dang it!
Haven't we had enough of this pointless line of questioning? Your Honor, the testimony to this point has made one certain fact painfully clear. The people in the trial had nothing to do with this murder. It was impossible for any of them to go to Studio One. Something wrong, Mr. Wright? Surely you aren't suggesting one of the people in the trailer went to Studio One.
Well, Mr. Wright?
Phoenix, this is critical. Think about it before you give your answer.
No.
Yes, I claim it, and I claim
Well,
it.
no, they didn't go to Studio 1. That was impossible because he was killed in Studio 2.
Don't know.
Ha ha. I thought you might thoughtlessly treading on the thin ice again. But I see you had at least an inkling of the truth.
What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth?
It's quite simple. True, the break in the trailer meeting came right at the time of death. However, the path from there to the scene of the crime was blocked. The fallen Mr. Monkey had barred the way.
Mrs. Monkey, he says. But it was
At
Mr.
around
earlier.
2:15, a strong gust of wind knocked off the studio mascot's head. Ergo, when the people in the trailer took a break at 2:30, the way to the studio was blocked. Blocked by Mrs. Monkey's severed head.
It's actually Mr. Monkey, but Edgeworth has a point. And somehow I feel no desire to correct him.
I believe we've seen enough evidence. I would like to relieve Mr. Manella from the stand.
It's over?
Very well. The court's opinion in this case is as follows. We have found that there are several other people in the studio, too, on the day of the murder. However, it is also clear that none of these people could have gone to Studio 1. They, therefore, have no relation to this case. Furthermore, with regards to the photo of the Steel Samurai, given the size of the costume, no one other than Mr. Powers could have worn it that day. All that is lacking is decisive evidence that he is the one who did it. If we had that, I'm afraid I would have to find him guilty. Kill him here, right now, with my hammer.
Your Honor, the prosecution is pleased to announce we indeed have found decisive evidence. A witness.
Now we need decisive evidence. Used to be just you had to prove beyond a shadow of doubt you're innocent. Who is this witness, Mr. Edgeworth?
My witness saw the very moment when the Steel Samurai skewered the victim.
Oh. Oh. I will have order. I see. The court will take a 10-minute recess, after which we will hear your witness. Go play. Okay, so he's going to call the kid.
Yeah.
And we have a scrapbook, so we can...
What do we do now, Mia? If everyone in the trailer has an alibi. I'm sorry, Phoenix. I guess I was wrong. Mia? Don't tell me you're giving up. If you give up, what hope do I have? Don't get me wrong. I've never given up on a trial before. Not while there was a chance. Only one thing became clear in your cross-examination. The people in the trailer could not have gone to Studio 1. I thought there was more to it than that, but I was wrong. That's all there is.
What's going to happen to me? It kind of seems like everyone in that courtroom thinks I did it. They think I'm a murderer.
If you're innocent, we will prove it. I guarantee it. Leave it to us and be yourself. Be strong. You are the Steel Samurai. Hero to children everywhere, after all.
Thanks.
Okay, Phoenix. This one's for the kids.
Good kids.
Let's do it.
All right. Recess is over. Gotta go back to class. Court's back in session. Trial of Mr. Will Powers.
The prosecution has a concern. Our witness is a grade schooler of tender years, and this is a murder case. We worry that the defense might cause unnecessary trauma with his cruel questioning.
Nice to see Edgeworth taking a moral high ground.
However, we have no choice. The prosecution calls Cody Hackins to the stand. Your Honor, perhaps you could arrange a box for him to stand on.
Oh, right. Take a milk crate. Take a milk crate. One of those donut crates. Donuts.
He's got the can.
Will the witness state his name and grade in school?
He also has a sword.
Witness, What? Just because you're all grown up doesn't mean you can push me around?
Cody, answer his question, okay?
Hey, it's you, the nice lady. I'm Cody Hackins. I'm in 2nd grade.
I get the feeling this is going to be a long, long day.
I didn't get to play with swords when I was in 2nd grade. It's Mr. Edgeworth. Please remember, you're speaking to a child. Try to be gentle.
Witness. I mean, Cody.
He's having trouble with this gentle thing.
You were present, or you were at Global Studios on the day of your incident. You got a problem with that? Please, tell us what you saw that day. What, Pops? You want me to tell you and Gramps with the beard over there? Just...
Prefer beard to gentleman myself.
A very long day.
Incidentally, photographic equipment is strictly forbidden in this courtroom.
My apologies, Your Honor. I said he wouldn't testify if he could bring it. I'd like special permission if that's possible.
Wait, so you're saying you had to bargain terms with a kid and you lost?
Hey, I just got this new camera. Don't really know how to use it all that good yet. But I bring it with me wherever I go.
Phoenix, I wonder if he had that camera on the day of the murder.
He totally did.
You better make a note of that in the court record. Noted.
Very well, Cody. Please testify to the court about what you saw on the day of the incident.
Witness testimony.
I want to see a Steel Samurai rehearsal just once. I found a map on the internet and went to the studios that day. I went through the woods off the path so that old lady wouldn't catch me. I was going to the studio. I got kind of lost in the way, though, for about 30 minutes. When I came out by the studio, there was the Steel Samurai. It totally rocked. Right before my eyes, out came the bad guy. Of course, the Steel Samurai took him down. Pow! If I had my camera with me, that would have been that time for a shot, I tell you.
So Hammer was trying to kill him.
Anyway, I couldn't get into that studio, so I went home.
I do not believe that he did not take a picture.
Right.
Let's take a look at the scrapbook. Be gentle, remember.
This gets tougher than most adults we see in here, honestly.
Okay.
He said he always had his camera with him, so we need to
Yeah.
press him on that for sure.
Yeah.
And he went to all of them because we had the book of all of the rehearsals, so
Yeah.
we should press him on that too.
Like, first start pressing.
The Steel Samurai?
Yeah, he was standing by the studio gate, looking like he was thinking about something before going in. Then he opened up the gate and went inside.
That's a contradiction. Because he said out jumped out Hammer.
Let's start at the beginning because
See, because he told it right before my eyes, I come to that guy. So Hammer jumps out in front of the Steel Samurai, it sounds like.
Can we just start at the beginning? Because
Yeah.
we know the first sentence he said was wrong.
Found a map on the internet.
Because it definitely wasn't just once.
Yeah. He's been there several times.
You really like the Steel Samurai, huh?
Of course I do. I taped every show, and I go to all the live performances.
Have you been to the amusement park?
Of course, duh. My dad always takes me.
Poor dad.
Okay, well, map on the internet.
Was that the day the
Yeah.
first time you'd been to the studio?
Actually, I've been a couple of times. Never managed to get on there on rehearsal day, and the security lady's always yelling. Right. Please continue. How am I supposed to talk when you cut me off all the time? Jeez.
Okay, so this isn't his first time there. He has a map from the internet.
Let's see exactly where he went off the path.
Yeah. That might be why he got lost.
Off the path.
Yeah, you know how the studios are in a valley there?
Ah.
If you go off the path a little, there's woods. That's where I was.
I see.
Anyhow, So now we know that they could still get around even with the
Yeah,
path
there's-
blocks.
Path through the woods.
Did nothing unusual happen on your way to the studio?
Unusual?
Did you see this monkey by chance?
Oh, you mean Mr. Monkey? Yeah, I saw him, but his head wasn't busted.
Yeah, when was that?
So you went straight to the studio.
Okay, let's get information on where he was during the 30
You
minutes.
got lost in the woods.
Yeah, I couldn't figure out which way that I was walking. Man, I was relieved when I saw the blue studio doors. But guess what happened next?
There was the Steel Samurai.
Yeah, he was standing by the studio gate. Looked like he was thinking about something before going in. Yeah, we already did this one.
And he opened the gate, went inside. And then after that,
Let's do that one.
What sort of bad guy was it?
A guy, a person, kind of tall, skinny.
oh, skinny.
Are you sure it was a guy?
Jack
I don't
Hammer doesn't
know.
strike me as
He
skinny.
was kind of far away.
He's being awfully vague.
I'm starting to wonder.
Let's
Jack
do that.
Hammer is not skinny. I don't know.
What happened to the bad guy?
Huh? Well, he kind of didn't move, not a bit, like he was dead. I guess he's a real pro. What a great actor.
Yeah, I suppose he was.
There
Well,
we go.
yeah.
All right, go ahead and press first, and then we'll present the camera.
If you had your camera. You mean you weren't carrying your camera then?
No, I wasn't. It's not like I have it all the time.
That directly contradicts what
Really?
you said earlier.
I guess seeing the killing freaked him out when he went home. Phoenix! Remember, he's a child. Use gentle words, but be firm. Easy for you to say.
Can we press him on that last bit?
Oh,
Yeah. we can present
Or
the
present the
evidence.
camera,
Yeah.
And that'll probably start us on a sequence of, yes, I had my camera, but I didn't take a picture. And then, oh, yeah, well, we don't believe you didn't take a picture.
Yeah.
Cody, what you just said seems, well, a little strange. Didn't you say before that you always bring your digital camera wherever you go? You were quite clear about that.
Huh?
Oh,
Cody, you shouldn't lie here. You understand that, right?
Mr. Wright, a word with you.
Was I putting too much pressure on you?
What is this digital camera contraption you're talking about?
It's a digital camera, Your Honor. It's kind of a new sort of camera. How do I explain that?
I see.
Anyway, Cody, I can't believe you wouldn't bring your camera on a trip to the studios. You did bring it, didn't you?
Mr. Wright, how cruel you are to terrorize a poor child so.
I don't care if he's a child or a prosecuting attorney. No one should lie in court.
What do you mean, or a prosecuting attorney?
Well, Cody,
What? Yes. So I had my camera. So what? You got a problem with that?
So you did have a camera. And did you use this camera?
Why would I use it? I was too busy watching.
Very well. Please testify to the court about what you were so busy watching. Which actually seemed like something we should have gotten out of him from the prosecutor's side.
Yeah. Yeah, I had my camera with me, but I was glued to the action. I couldn't take my eyes off it. The Steel Samurai, he goes for the bad guy. Wham! Then the bad guy stopped moving. He's so strong. The Steel Samurai rules.
Yes, he does rule. Is that all? Well, that was brief. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination.
We need to press him on the wham, because that sounds
Yeah, well-
like it's not a stab.
Yeah, that's not a stab. That's a melee attack, like a push onto a fence.
Let's press him on this one just to see what he's saying.
so you were watching the Steel Samurai. Did you watch the whole fight?
Yeah, of course.
You didn't turn away, not even once.
No.
Okay, then tell us exactly what happened.
Yeah, I'm getting to that. Steel Samurai goes for the bad guy. Wham!
So the bad guy attacked him first.
Yeah.
What sort of person was this bad guy?
I told you, a person. He was a person.
How was he dressed?
I kind of don't remember. I was too busy watching The Steel Samurai. I see. What happened next? Yeah, just keep pressing. Like so.
Why?
Huh? What do you mean, why?
Why wasn't the bad guy moving?
Well, because the Steel Samurai brought him to justice.
And how exactly did he do that?
How did he do it? With a samurai kick, a samurai punch, a samurai chop, a samurai slap? Something like that.
Okay.
He's still being vague about this.
What? Don't give me that look, Pops.
How should I play this? I kind of want to press him harder because none of that is a puncture wound to the heart.
Yeah. Kind of. Yeah.
Cody,
What?
something's bothering me. Before you said you couldn't take your eyes off the action.
Yeah, so what?
Yet you missed the most important part.
What is the meaning of this? The witness has stated what he saw quite clearly.
You know as well as I do that he's being vague. Tell me, what kind of murderer uses a samurai slap? My point is this. Cody, you may have seen some of the Steel Samurai's fight, but you missed the most important part, the killing blow.
Order, Mr. Wright. How could this be? Can you explain how he might have missed something? He was going for his camera.
Well, that's the thing. Phoenix, I believe you're on the right track with this. Think, why didn't Cody see the climax of the
Because he was
fight?
trying to get his camera out.
I know you. You
He's-
can figure this out.
He has a new camera, so he wasn't sure how to use it. Mr. Wright, your answer. We have ascertained this young boy is a great fan of the Steel Samurai. Why wouldn't he watch the climax of the fight? Show evidence, maybe? We do have the scrapbook.
I would say he...
Because he obviously could have watched it, and there's nothing else he would be watching.
He could have been watching his camera while trying to figure it out.
I don't know if that's what that means.
I don't
though.
know either, but
Yeah.
I really think it's show evidence
Or
time.
it was a time when a big gust of wind blew the monkey's head down.
I don't know.
um,
That was 2:15, not 2:30.
well, we know that it wasn't knocked down whenever he went by it, though.
Oh,
So it could have knocked it down, and he
What-
did say he went into gate 1.
What evidence would we show him?
the scrapbook.
The
of
scrapbook
of
or the camera. The camera being new.
It's new. He's not really sure how to use it. He's probably trying to take a picture. And that's what he was.
I think I'd go for the middle one myself. I don't know about you guys.
He missed the climax of the fight because he was looking at something else.
Probably.
Something else?
Mr. Wright, explain yourself. What could possibly distract this boy from seeing his idol, the Steel Samurai fight? What do you claim he was looking at?
His camera?
Oof.
Oh, please.
Come on, think of something.
Mr. Wright, please refrain from making baseless claims.
Yes, sorry, Your Honor.
This young boy is a great fan of the Steel Samurai. Why wouldn't he watch the climax of the fight? Okay, show
So I guess
evidence.
we need evidence. Yeah.
Your Honor, I have evidence.
Evidence?
Yes, Your
What's
Honor.
that? Why did Cody look away from the fight?
I'm saying this. It blew over. Because if he would have had every scene, he would have seen the climax and recorded it there.
Right. I think it's
But
either the camera or
That's.
the head.
I think the scrapbook itself.
Still learning how to use it
I
is
would.
a viable
I would go
option.
with the camera.
That over this?
I would go over the camera
Yeah,
over
I'm
that.
leaning towards the camera.
Take that. Here's my proof.
What's that? A camera?
The witness stated that he recently received this camera.
Yes, I'm aware of that.
He wasn't entirely familiar
Okay,
with its
there we go.
operation.
Ah,
Correct. Why would Cody be looking somewhere else at the critical moment? Because he was looking at his camera.
There we go.
He was trying to take a picture.
Hey,
Bullseye.
what's your problem, Pops? You got a thing for picking on little kids?
Pressing, not picking. Good job, Phoenix. Cody was lying, clearly. smart of you to realize there was no way he could just stand there watching his hero and not take a picture.
Now, does
Right.
a picture of the fight exist?
Cody, there was only one reason why you would have looked away from the fight, and that was because you wanted to take a picture. But having just received your camera, you weren't used to using it yet. So you missed the climax of the fight, correct? Yeah. Well, Phoenix, I'll bet you anything he's hiding more than that. Have him testify again. Right. Man means business. Your Honor, the defense would like to request that Cody Hackins testify once more.
Very well. Cody, could you please tell us about your camera and why you didn't take a picture of the fight?
Welcome to the real world, kid.
Okay, he's breaking down a little bit.
Yeah, you're right, Pops. The Steel Samurai had just escaped from the clutches of the villain. So I held up my camera to take a picture. But the lens wouldn't open in time, so I missed it. That's all that happened. Yep.
Anything strange in that testimony, Mr. Wright?
I'm not sure, but I'd like to proceed with cross-examination anyway.
Okay, lens opening. You're right, Pops. Am I right?
Why?
Well, what?
How
What?
did he escape from the clutches
That's
of the villain?
That's good.
Oh, the practice fight.
Yeah, he might not be talking about the real murder at all.
Yeah, so he's
Yeah.
seeing him walk with the limp. So you did see the beginning of the fight. Did you notice anything unusual?
I guess the Steel Samurai was moving a little strange.
Moving strangely.
With the limp.
Why couldn't you take a picture?
My new camera has too many buttons. I couldn't figure it out. I tried to take a picture. I really tried.
Lens opening time.
When the lens opened, what did you see?
A person on the ground and the Steel Samurai. Let's press
way
him on
too-
that one just to
yeah.
make sure there's nothing else that happened.
This is way too
That's
vague.
all?
This kid's way too enthusiastic.
I told you. I didn't take a picture.
I would have, once I got the lens open. Did he really not take a picture?
Why would he take a
Not
picture
even
of
one?
his...
Let's press him and show him the book.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if the samurai won, even if he was after the fight, he probably would have taken a picture.
Cody, listen up, Cody Hackins. I know exactly what happened that day. You took a picture. Bullseye.
How did you know?
Yeah.
I see through all your lies, Cody Hackins. It's one of my powers.
Wow.
This feels great.
Beating up on kids.
Yeah, I took a picture.
Perhaps you can change your testimony to reflect this critical evidence.
I took a few shots, but it was too late, so I erased them. Should we just press him first or just go with it?
Do it.
Why the hell? Let's go for the throat.
Cody. What? Man, every time you say Cody,
Cody,
follow
follow
up with something bad. Oh, I'm pretty good. I just wanted to thank you for giving me this the other day.
Huh? Oh, right.
Oh, shit. Yeah.
What was it you told me then?
I go to every live performance. I always take a picture when the Steel Samurai lands the final blow. Whizzam!
I'd say he struck.
I got them all. I never missed
Final
one.
blow.
A perfect collection.
Cody, did you really get a picture of the Steel Samurai standing victorious over his foe? We have the evidence.
The book, yeah.
Why wouldn't we be looking?
I find it hard to believe you just erase evidence of the Steel Samurai winning.
Wouldn't you keep it in your album?
Mr. Wright, what exactly is this album?
It's called Path to Glory. It's a collection of pictures of the Steel Samurai, all taken by Cody Hackins. He claims it's a perfect collection of every battle the Steel Samurai has won.
I see.
Don't you find this very odd, Your Honor? Among all his pictures, the Steel Samurai, none were taken that day.
Mr. Wright, have you an explanation? If the Steel Samurai had just defeated his adversary, I certainly expect to see a picture of it.
Exactly my point, Your Honor. No, wait, no way! Phoenix, I think we finally discovered the truth. And what a truth it is. Mia, are you sure about this? Did he actually? Yes, I'm pretty sure what you're thinking is right. Tell them, Phoenix.
Okay.
Tell them what the
What's
truth
the
is.
truth, Mr. Wright? There's a multiple choice answer.
Why was there
What
no...
happened? Steel Samurai didn't win.
Yep.
I can think of only one reason, Your Honor. The Steel Samurai didn't win. That's why Cody deleted those photos.
You mean the Steel Samurai lost?
Well, Cody, I'm right, aren't I? Tell the truth. The bad guy defeated the Steel Samurai.
No way. No. It's impossible. The Steel Samurai never loses. He never loses to anyone, ever.
Your Honor, the witness has revealed everything with his words. There was a reason why he lied and told us he didn't take a picture. The same reason he erased the precious photos. For Cody, it was inconceivable that the Steel Samurai could be defeated. However, Cody witnessed the impossible. He saw the Steel Samurai lose. Yet, to admit what he saw would destroy everything he believed in. That's why he lied and said the Steel Samurai won. He couldn't handle the truth.
Order. I will have order. Witness. Cody. Is this true? What did you see? Tell the court what you saw.
Cody, that day you saw the Steel Samurai lose a fight, right?
Okay. You're right. The Steel Samurai fell down. Then he didn't move.
Order.
What kind of stunt are you trying to pull, right? The Steel Samurai was the murderer, not the victim.
Yet according to your witness's testimony, the Steel Samurai was the one who fell.
We don't have the costume.
We don't.
Mr. Wright, what's going on?
Apparently, we have all made a serious error.
An error? What is this all about?
Hammer was the victim. Steel
What
Samurai was
if
the
If
victim.
there was no victim, and that was him taking off the suit,
there is at least one corpse.
what if the corpse was an empty suit?
That would be a little crazy. The steel, Jack Hammer.
Because we know Hammer died in Studio 2.
Yeah.
Maybe they're
Maybe-
trying to say that Steel Samurai was the victim because
Hammer was wearing the Steel Samurai outfit because he trained with Will Powers and saw the injury and faked it and was confronting someone else. I think Jack Hammer was in the Steel Samurai outfit,
I think
and that's why the outfit's missing.
but they have an autopsy report of Jack Hammer.
Yeah.
So-
So he's not there was a victim.
so. What I think is, Jack Hammer died in Studio 2.
Okay. I agree.
They had to move the body,
Yes. Someone did.
but they also had to set up a cover story about him dying at exactly 2:30, right? So they had someone in the Steel Samurai costume limp over there, faking the limp, and then they had to. We don't know if they knew the kid was there or not, but if they knew the kid was there, they would have staged some sort of fight there, and if the suit was lifelike enough, they would have fought the suit and it would have laid there limp like it was dead. And the kid was too far away to really tell.
We could.
I still think it was no victim, personally.
I think Steel Samurai was the victim is what we're going for here because it would at least punch a hole in the prosecution story while still being technically accurate.
All right, I went with Luke's last time. I'll go with Don's this time. If you understand what really happened, it's really quite simple. At the end of the fight, the steel samurai fell to the ground and lay still. In other words, the steel samurai was not the killer, he was the victim. Don't you see? Jack Hammer was the steel samurai.
I don't know what that means, but yes.
It's in red.
Order. So the steel samurai in this photograph, you're saying the man in this costume was the victim, Jack Hammer.
That's what I'm saying, Your
Jack
Honor.
Hammer would have, yes.
Jack Hammer was present at the action scene run through that morning. Thus, he obviously knew about Will Powers' foot injury.
But wait, had Mr. Hammer already gone to Studio 1?
That's what everyone thought. But remember what Miss Oldbag said in her testimony. On the day of the murder, I arrived. Oh, wait, that's you, Don.
On the day of the murder, I arrived at 1 p.m. going dig dang diggly doo. Oh, poor old Hammer. Nope, he'd already gone to the studio before I got back from the station.
Mr. Jack Hammer left the employee area after lunch. However, no one saw him go into Studio 1, nor was there a picture of him. He waited for Mr. Powers to take a nap in his dressing room. He then snuck into the dressing room and stole the steel samurai's costume.
Why would he do such a thing?
I don't know.
I get it. I thought the steel samurai was moving strange, so it was a different person inside the suit. Pops,
Me? What?
actually, there was one piece of data I saved.
Data?
Yeah, photo on my digital camera.
All right.
What?
Show us, quick. No way, man. Not if you're going to look at me like that.
Now.
Here, there it is.
Studio 2. Yes.
Well, looking at this, it's still a little hard to say.
But yeah, that's Studio 2.
I agree, Your Honor. This isn't decisive
Yes,
evidence.
it is. Shut up, Phoenix. This doesn't look like the proof we need. Shut up, Judge. It totally does. I'll give it back. Wait. Yes. Wait.
Wait, Phoenix.
It specifically says
Mia,
Studio 2.
what? Look at that photo once more. That's it, Phoenix. That photo is all the evidence you need to win this trial. What? Your Honor. May I see that photo once more, please?
Certainly. I don't see why not.
Phoenix, show him. There's a glaring, decisive inconsistency with the facts as we know them in that photo. Find the inconsistency in the photo.
The 2 at the top.
Two.
Ding, ding, ding.
2 is bigger than 1, Your Honor. Oh, just
I would
go
go
to
to
2.
the top one, yeah.
You can make it.
That
You
one.
obviously get it wrong. So go with 2.
Oh. Your Honor, look at this. I see a gate. Might I draw your attention to the number on that gate?
The number? Oh yes. Why? It's a 2.
Clearly not a 1. Your Honor, correct?
Ah,
I believe Mr. Edgeworth sees what I'm getting at.
but that's impossible.
What's this all about? Explain so I might be shocked along with the rest of the court.
I'll use the studio guide map. The body was found here in Studio 1. However, what do we see in this photo taken at the time of the murder? It does not say 1 on that gate in the photo. Your Honor, here is the true scene of the crime. Show the judge where the murder took place.
Studio 2 somewhere.
Here, at Studio 2.
I see. That would explain the 2 on the photo.
Your Honor, I find it very significant that the murder took place in Studio 2.
The trailer's there.
No filming is done there?
No filming is done there.
For the
Those are all actually good.
The path was blocked.
That was blocked.
Yeah,
So
because that means your guy couldn't have done it.
The path to the trailer was blocked. The path was blocked at 2:15. In other words, the victim went to Studio 2 before that time.
So it could be anyone in that trailer, yeah.
Remember Mr. Salmonella's testimony. Allow me to remind the court. He said no one in the trailer was guilty because they could not have gone
Yeah.
to Studio 1. Yet, in all actuality, the reverse was true. Only someone in the trailer could have committed this murder. They were the only ones with access
Yes.
to the scene of the crime, Studio 2.
Now we're getting somewhere. All right.
As you may recall, there's a trailer in Studio 2. Now, on that day, a meeting was held in that very trailer. There was a break in the meeting corresponding to the time of death. During that break, Mr. Salmonella and Ms. D. Vesquez were outside eating steak. They were at the scene of the crime.
Hell yes. Order. Order.
The defense makes the following claims. The scene of the crime was Studio 2. The person in that security guard, Ms. Oldbag, saw the victim, Mr. Jack Hammer. Mr. Hammer, for some reason, stole the Steel Samurai costume. Then he went to Studio 2.
This is madness. Jack Hammer is the victim. The victim! Why would he steal a Steel Samurai costume? Are you suggesting he did so to cover up the details of his own murder?
What? Well, no, of course not.
Or do you have proof? Give me proof that the victim Jack Hammer stole the costume.
Do we have proof? We probably have proof
I
somewhere.
have proof.
You do?
We do?
Now that they're so surprised, suddenly I'm much less confident.
We do have sleeping pills.
Yeah.
Sleeping pills, probably. I don't
That
know.
or the picture? I don't know if the picture would give us anything. I would try the sleeping pills. I think.
This is it.
An empty medicine bottle?
I found this on the table in the employee area. The same table where Mr. Hammer and
Yeah.
Mr. Powers ate. The labeler. Oh, he gave him the
Drugged him.
pills.
Yeah. To keep him asleep.
The defendant, Mr. Powers, spent the entire afternoon sleeping. He was drugged by Mr. Hammer.
The bottle does raise some suspicions, but there is no proof that Mr. Hammer used it.
Your Honor, I have an idea.
Well, we could test Powers' blood.
I would like to do all of these things, but fingerprinting the bottle is like the most relevant.
That
to
would
this.
actually do something.
I want to check this bottle for fingerprints. If my claim is true, Mr. Hammer's fingerprints should show up on this bottle.
Yeah, that works. I suppose you're right. Very well. The court will take possession. We'll suspend proceedings on the current day. New possibilities.
So now we can figure out
Yeah.
the spike, actually.
Steel Samurai has been seen in this old bag. Scene of the crime, Studio 2, not 1. And those in the trailer could have committed the murder.
Yes, Your Honor.
Your homework is to find the answer to the following question. Why would Mr. Hammer steal the steel cap? Steal the steel. Why would he steal the steel? Who killed him? Why? Find the answers. Tomorrow.
That's a lot of homework.
Shouldn't the prosecutor be doing this? You need to reconsider your stance in this case because you're obviously wrong.
As you say, Your Honor.
This trial will be extended until tomorrow. This will be the last extension, regardless of...
Guilt or innocence?
Yes.
No contest.
Okay.
Woo! That was a close one. We were saved by a hair, but that's all that counts. I thought seriously about going home about 3 times during the trial.
To where?
Me too.
Really? You both seem so confident.
Maybe I should take up a career in acting. I was ready to pronounce you dead about 3 times back there. Me too.
Dead?
Oh, of course, we're kidding.
Are you sure?
I wasn't kidding. Now, Mr. Powers, we have to go make our final investigation. But I promise you, we'll find the true killer by tomorrow's trial.
Right. Thanks.
Okay.
All right. Wow, what an exciting turn in that development.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All
Figure out.
right. Well, stay tuned for
stuff.
part 5
all right.
episode 3 next time. Thank you.